Bienvenidos to Cafecito with Rosie on TV, bringing you the most exciting interviews from our very own Tampa Bay's A-list. An opportunity to showcase the movers and shakers from our thriving community, who they are, and what inspired them to do what they do. Our group Biz Talks will gather business professionals and discuss a topic relevant to your daily life today. Let's learn, have fun, and enjoy Tampa Bay.
My name is Tony Salvaggio, and I'm the founder of eSmart Recycling.
There is times in the life that you cross paths with a very special individual. Tony is a really good friend of mine, and when we met the first time, it just clicked for us. So Tony, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
You are one of the persons that I admire the most in the Tampa Bay area because you have a company. What's the name of your company?
eSmart Recycling.
And tell me a little bit about what you guys do, because people think about recycling on paper, plastic, or cans, but you do something different. Tell me more about it.
Right. So we recycle computers and electronics. This is a surprising fact. In the United States, we throw away almost 300,000 computers every day. And like one little lithium-ion battery on your cell phone can contaminate 100,000 gallons of water. Wow. So we recycle that every time a company is going through an upgrade period. That's what we do. We take all of that equipment, we certified the recycling, destroy all of the hard drives and all of the personal sensitive information, and then we use a portion of the proceeds to give back into the community in the form of technology labs for kids. So you're making a difference. Absolutely, absolutely. And how did this start? Tell me the story about when you were a kid in school. Well, you know, I'm originally from Venezuela. I was born and raised in Venezuela. I think I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit, like most Hispanics, I guess, have. And I came to this country in 2011, and I started my company in 2014. And when I started this company here, it joined a little path for me to also find purpose and use that purpose with my business. So when I noticed that there was a huge lack of access to technology and infrastructure here in the community, it's when it clicked that on one hand, we're working with so many companies that are getting rid of so much technology, and on the other hand, here in our own communities and even, you know, in different parts of the world, you have kids that are growing up and they don't even have a computer or a phone or a tablet. So we figure out a way of how to build that bridge and, you know, empower children, empower communities, and give our clients all the benefit of that social impact. And that is an amazing thing. So you don't only have a purpose as a business owner, your purpose is actually helping others make a difference in the world. Absolutely. I think I've found that naturally people are drawn to help. People want to help. Companies want to help. But probably they don't know how to start engaging in the helping process. So we created a very easy way for them to get involved. We created an easy call to action for them to start measuring that social footprint with things that for them is purely waste. An old computer, it's just an old computer for most of us. I'm pretty sure that even the people that are watching have an old laptop or an old phone that's sitting on a drawer or in the garage, and they just don't know what to do with it. Now, we are able to create a story around that old piece of technology and how it can change the life of a kid right here in our own backyard. Awesome. Well, Tony, thank you so much for having a cafecito with me today. Thank you so much. And remember, amigos, sometimes you have to learn from the younger individuals, and Tony is one of the persons that I learn from every single day. Thank you so much. So let's make a difference in Tampa Bay. Thank you so much, Rosie, for having me on your show, and thank you for being a community champion, especially a champion for small businesses. Now, if you want to learn more and if you want to find out how to get involved and how to make a lasting impact in the community, please visit our website, www.esmartrecycling.com, and learn how that old piece of technology can become a powerful instrument of change and education for a child that really, really needs it.
Hi, I'm Edmund Rakipi. I'm the Vice President at Core Investment Management. We're a financial planning and investment advisory firm.
It is an amazing experience to live in Tampa and also prepare for your retirement. one of my passions is always tell people that you have to be prepared. And with that, my really good friend Edmund is here today to talk to us. Good morning, Edmund.
Good
How are you?
morning. I'm amazing. Thank you for having me.
Great. So estate planning and planning. Tell us a little bit more about that and what do you do?
So planning in general is extremely important for individuals, right? And I think it's really important for people to have full trust and, confidence behind the individuals that they're going to engage with when they're doing their financial planning process. So when we look at financial planning, we have to keep it all encompassing, right? So we have to look at your protection. We have to look at your cash flow, your investments, your retirement projections. All of those things are extremely important. But I think what's vastly important is who you're working with.
Yes.
So you've got to have that trust, and really you want to know what the difference between a broker and an advisor really is in the space.
And tell me a little bit more about that.
Right. So, I think our industry's done a bad job of really guiding people towards, who's a true financial advisor, a financial planner, and who's just a broker. So I think it's important when you meet with an advisor to ask them a couple of questions. How are you compensated? Are you paid from any outside companies? Things like that. We at Core operate as a fiduciary. So what that means is we legally have to do what is in the client's best interest at all times. Now, unfortunately, it's not like that across the industry. So there are brokers in the space who only adhere to what we call a suitability standard.
Right.
And that suitability standard means they can fit you in a product and earn a commission so long as it seems suitable for you. So, like I said, at Core, we don't go that route. Everything we do, from planning, investments, all of our recommendations are completely unbiased for individuals. And that's what it means to operate as a fiduciary. But it is difficult to make that distinction. So a couple things you can do is when you meet with that advisor, ask them, are you an advisor? Are you a broker? Do you operate as a fiduciary? Really ask those good questions, because you're about to take your life savings and your planning and hand it over to that individual. And that's extremely important.
So Tampa is full of entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
When you start in your business and when you have an idea, if they're looking at planning for retirement, where do you start? Or what will you tell them to be the first step?
So the first step is to just start. So I think a lot of people have this, they've got this thought in their mind that planning in general is for planning for retirement. And that's really not the case. I mean, we're planning for our life, right? Mm-hmm. People are living a lot longer nowadays. The days of working your 30, 40 years at a company and then just retiring with a pension are gone. Mm-hmm. So the first thing you need to do is just start and really focus on cash flow management. I think that's the lifeline of your balance sheet, is managing your cash flow, especially as an entrepreneur, right? You know how it goes. There's ebb and flows in your income, and just being able to sit down and systematically plan your months out and keep that nice and smooth is key. But you just have to get started. It's not expensive. You're not paying $10,000 for financial plans. There's a lot of advisors in the space that work with young entrepreneurs, that work with older entrepreneurs, and it's extremely affordable.
In one of our meetings together, you mentioned something about the cost of a car, and if people will invest the cost of a car for a retirement, it will be worth a lot of money. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So if you think about the difference between a $30,000 car and a $50,000 car, most people just think, all right, I'm only spending $20,000 more, right? But in reality, you're not. So let's say you go and you buy a $50,000 car, and now you're paying 5% interest. That car is going to come out to be, let's call it $60-some thousand, right? Take that $60-some thousand, put it in a retirement account, and let that grow over 30, 40 years. And you're talking, upwards of $400,000 or $500,000 that you cost yourself with a $50,000 purchase. And, you just have to look at everything like that when you're making financial decisions.
Great. Thank you so much for this value information,
Thank
Edmund. You. And my friends, remember, it takes one step, the first step for planning. So if you're looking to work on your retirement or work on your planning, my really good friend Edmund is here to help you.
I had an amazing time with my segment with Cafecito with Rosie, and my one takeaway would be start saving.
Rosie's hair is done by Megan McCabe, owner of Sheer Professional Hair Studio in Tampa.
Thank you for watching Cafecito with Rosie on TV Special Edition. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, amigos, stay pure, positive, and inspired. Ciao!
What happened to the lights?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.